another episode. We've got a Volvo 180 on, just left Chepstow, and we're going to make our way up to Sandy, something like that it's called. This quarry just up off the A1. Unfortunately, we've got to go in and off the M11 because of a weak bridge over the East Coast main line, so we don't want to go upsetting them on that one, or falling through it, you know, worst case scenario. So we've got to go all the way up to the M11 to come all the way back in, which is a bit of a pain. We say we didn't have much of a bad weekend. I know there's only one video last week. It's just the way things went last week. It was some jobs got cancelled, so I only managed to be able to record the one day's worth. So it happens like that sometimes. So not every week we can do a two, but this is a bit of a milestone episode for us, as it is number 50. It's the 50th episode, so I got to make it good, don't I? Got to make sure it's worth watching, as it's number 50. I was thinking about doing, you know, like questions and answers and stuff like that, or you know, just answering, you know, common myths of, you know, with trucking and stuff like that. But I think I'll save that for other episodes. They take a bit more planning in the house, and the house could be a bit manic on the weekend, so I'm trying to edit. So I think we're gonna do, obviously this 180 is gonna be our 50th episode. I didn't think I'd get it this far, to be honest with you, and I'd like to say thank you to everyone as well for your support so far. It's really much appreciated. If you noticed in the last video, I've been talking about thanks and channel memberships. It's because we've become a partner. So if you wish to support the channel, you can either do it via the thanks button, where it's just like an instant donation towards the channel. You can join the channel, which is more of a monthly subscription, but you get something in return of that one as well, where you get some perks being a channel member. So it's up to you which one you want to do. The proceedings will go and be reinvested back into the channel, into more, what's the word? I can't think what the word is. More electrical sort of stuff, you know, I mean, to make sure I can make better content. So it's investing into the channel to make better content, like, you know. Because at the moment it's got one GoPro, got to edit it when I get home on the weekend. It could be a bit of a struggle sometimes. So we'll make our way up there now and see what the ventures bring us. Well, we weren't doing too bad, but it's unusual to see traffic on this road, and it's not that far, but I did see some red lights. Whether people are just rubbernecking, don't worry, I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't hold us up too long. I got a funny feeling people are just rubbernecking. What I mean by that is that they slow down to look what's going on, either on the other side of the carriageway or on this side of the carriageway. So there's a term used, rubbernecking. They observe what's going on. I didn't really hold this up. See, who's looked like a vehicle had gone off the road. So it was at they were just waiting recovery, I think. So I got asked the other day, what is an embargo? So an embargo is basically a time, it's the embargo for the heavy haulage, I should say, is a restriction of movement during certain times of the day. So the majority of places, this is you know, this is just roughly, this is between 7 and 9, and then between 4 and 6. However, it does vary from county to county, and you get other restrictions as well, like maybe travelling in darkness, travelling with escorts. It's quite a few things which also add up to it as well. So it's not just the peak times, but there is other things as well. But it is also, some companies relax. So say for a good example is if you're down in Cornwall and Devon, it's Cornwall, sorry. If you're down in Cornwall, you can use the main dual carriageways during the peak times, as long as you haven't got an escort. So that just goes to show how it varies between county to county. You know, some counties then, you know, they got different times, they got longer times, you know, so say for example 3:30 until 6:30. You know, so you get 3 hours then instead of 2. So there's a lot of things to take in of, like, and if you get it wrong, then you potentially could have a fine, because you should be travelling. You're travelling when you shouldn't be. So that's something you've got to be aware of. But it's there to reduce, to get us off the road basically, so the traffic's got free flow a bit better during peak times. However, personally myself, I think you shouldn't be on the motorway, because it doesn't matter what time of the day it is, you're going to hit traffic on the motorway. If it's something which is causing that traffic, an accident or just sheer volume of traffic. So the way the motorways are now, then the restrictions shouldn't be on the motorways, to be honest with you. It should be lifted for dual carriageways and motorways, just because it doesn't make much of a difference anymore. Years ago maybe so, like, you know what I mean, but if you haven't got an escort, then them restrictions shouldn't really be there in, you know, in place. If you've got an escort, fair enough, because you're more than likely going to be taking up 2 lanes. Well, that's understandable, you are going to slow traffic down. But if you just got the one, you know what I mean, if you're just taking up the 1 lane and you haven't got an escort, then I don't see what the problem is. Because you see some cars travelling up the road at 45, 50 mile an hour, and they're travelling at 40. But then if you were Cat 1, you were travelling at normal speeds anyway, but yet you're still going to abide by the embargo times, which doesn't make sense whatsoever, because you're no different to any other truck. So it's, a lot of things need to, you know, people need to sit down and rewrite it, and then every company's got the same rules, so it's right across the board. I've said this before, like, you know what I mean, it just, same with loading and lashing, everybody's got the same rules, and it just makes something a bit more simpler then. Like. So we just covered into the roadworks of the M42. I'm going to be honest with you, this is one of the sections where it seems like it's come stagnant. Every time you come past, it doesn't seem to be any improvement whatsoever. However, the last time we went through here, I was a bit unsure about this junction and what it was going to be for. Now I've looked on Google Earth and stuff like that, and the only thing I can really see with this new junction is it possibly being dedicated mainly, well, not, I wouldn't say dedicated, but, you know, mainly for the airport. You know, it obviously going to other places, because with this road which goes back and forth here across the top, which you'll see shortly, it, when you follow it on the map, it actually does take you towards the airport. So I can just see people coming off here going straight to the airport. So if there's anything on in the NEC, the 2 lots of traffic are not going to interfere with each other, which kind of makes sense. So we've had the break, make our way down there now. Signal was a bit poor there, so I haven't made a phone call just yet. But when we get a bit closer though, I'll make a phone call, just let them know with the ETA. At the moment we're not sure roughly how long it's going to be, but we'll see. And yeah, we're not doing too bad though. M1 A14 split, we're nearly there. far to go out. Still got a couple of hours to go yet, but definitely made a dent in it, that's for sure. I don't know why we get people like this. They just come up to us and then decide to sit there and have a little nose at the machine rather than carrying on. Sounds about right. And then once they get past us, look, they're gone. That makes sense, man. Putting themselves in danger. If I were to have a blow up, then I'm gonna go over. Shouldn't have hover next to a truck. You should get past them and you're out of the way, you're in safe then, rather than keeping yourself in that danger area. Just about to join the A14 off the M6. Remember this junction when it was a roundabout, and it was an absolute nightmare. Queues, and even more queues. And now it's just straight through, free flowing. What a difference this made. You could come down here and you could be in a queue for half hour, 45 minutes. Look at it now, straight through, less than a couple of minutes. There's no traffic on the other side. The other side used to be bad. It was actually quicker, I think, going down to Northampton and across the 43. chipping away at it, we're chipping away. Thank God. So it's a bit of a long drive this one is, but it's a shame we can't go down the A1 and follow the diversion, and then we got it's a shame that we can't go down the A1 and go straight to the quarry, and we've got to follow this diversion, which I think, to be honest with you, we probably would have been on the doorstep by now, but unfortunately we've got to go around this long way, and we've got to follow it down down the M11, come off at junction 12, pick up a 603, follow that to the end. I think you come up to a roundabout and then you follow the B road then. Can't remember the B road number, but it's at the end of that. Then you're going to take a right and then come into a village, take a left and follow that, then the quarry's on the right hand side. But we got to give them a ring a little bit before, just before we get there. Say 10 minutes before we get there, so when we turn in there, they can have somebody waiting there for us, I think. So he said when I managed to get hold of him, and we can go in then. Diversion, and I'll show you on the way back out now how much of a diversion that was. It's basically, I would say, added on 45 minutes maybe, gotta be. Right, let's get take us in the quarry now. Been told what to do when I get there. We'll get it tipped off and we'll get back out here then. So we are inside this 180. We've got this camera that watch here now, taking it off, but we'll lift the arm up first. And then make sure it's in first. We're on a nice steady speed coming back. Handbrake off. You probably want to go back, there we are. And see the arrows? I'm going to try to keep these pretty much centre. keep our arm centre as well. And we should be alright coming off, to be honest with you. Trouble is because we're offloading onto sand, the trailer when it beds down, it can sink in too far one side and the other side, so which gives you an uneven experience coming off then. That's us there, off. Just tilt the bucket down in. It's quite nice in here actually. Handbrake on, load of gear, and then just go and park that up. And that there is where you're careful when you tip it off the sand. See how much it compacts? So it can go more one side than the other. So it's deeper the other side than this side. So that's what you've got to be careful of. So you're going to lean to one side. Get the rest of this put away. So that is us all tipped off. So there's this all tipped off. We're going to make our way, start making our way down to the next job. Unfortunately the quarry just shut. So we've missed the cut off now, so we'll have to load it in the morning. So I'll probably start around about 6, get down there for about 7, because we weren't able to go anywhere until about 9 o'clock anyway, so it's the time the embargo lifts. So it'll give us time to load it and then we'll just chill out until the embargo lifts, and then we can make our way in and make our way back. I'll make a phone call now just to let him know what's happening. But yeah, so we'll go down the road, call into the extra services for the night, and call it a day. One thing I wanted to show you was the diversion that we took was massive compared to which way we could have gone. And that was purely down to a weak bridge which is down here, which goes over the East Coast main line, which we don't want to cross over and break it, because that'll cause a whole lot of problems. Tell you what, I'm starting to get angry now though. Tight corner that is to pull up with. So I know it's 10 past 3 now. I just hope we got space in that truck stop. It's not truck stop, that services, extra services, because it's snap. It's one of the ones which fills up early, you know what I mean? So, and what I mean by that snap is that it's an account that if you're a haulier, you can have an account with snap, so that the driver just gives his reg in and then he can pay for parking, and it just goes on your account and then you pay it every month or whatever the case may be. So it's a lot easier for the drivers, because we don't have to worry about paying cash or a card or anything like that. It's a lot easier for the employers, because they just go on there and just pay the account, like, you know what I mean? So, you know, it works well both ways, like. The good thing is about parking around here now, we're just enough outside London not to worry about anything with regards to prices wise, because like some of the snap accounts can be a bit stupid on price wise, like. So we're okay for that, and then we're okay for fuel as well. So we won't pick it up tonight, but we could pick it up in the morning. Full tank to start off with. I'll come down here now, come through Sandy, and literally this is how far we are away from the A1. It's insane how close we were. So this bridge in front of us here, this is what the weak bridge is. So if you're over a certain amount of weight, I think it's 44 tonne actually on this one, you can't come across it. And it's a mainline bridge, so we don't want to chance that. Seems to be, when you come down here, like I haven't been down here, down this way before. This isn't a new one on me, but yeah, when you turn down here and all of a sudden you see speed ramps and you're like, hang on a second now, what's going on there? And somebody needs to slow down a bit, doesn't he? I mean, I'm right up against the edge of the road and she's howling towards me like. Twice about that, didn't we? So that was when there's no white lines in the middle of the road, or they're very faded as they are. Except buses turning circle. Looks like there used to be an old quarry on the left hand side, yeah, sand quarry by the looks of it. There's a lot of it around this neck of the woods, I think. Just on the other side of the A1 there as well. There's a quarry that we've been to before. I took a dozer in there, I think. Not sure if I put that up on the channel, to be honest with you. So down by some pallet place now. And literally this T-junction in front of us is the A1. So you can see if we came down the A1, yeah. Look at it, here already. And you're on the A1. Mad, isn't it? Mad, absolutely mad. All because of that one bridge. We've had to do nearly an extra hour's driving today because of that. So we're going to come off of these services now. This is where we're going to stop for the night. See any further closer, and there's nowhere really for us to park up unless we park up on site, and it's a different site to where we're collecting from, so it's a bit silly to be honest with you. So we can't do that either, and we can't go to the site that we go into because that's already shut. We'll make our way down, start about 6, make our way down, fill up with fuel and everything. Yeah, so we'll go down in the morning, collect fuel and everything like that from you, and then make our way down. Hopefully it's not that busy yet, because we are quite a bit up on A1. So lorries and coaches straight on, coaches and lorries to the left. So lorries and coaches only that way as well, as fuel. So we'll have a look at that. Ideally we don't want to be parking in between two fridges. So as you can see, so as you can see, I've parked up for the night. I got my dinner, which I made here yesterday, in front of me, which I'm going to devour in a second. So that's why this one comes to an end. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and just make sure, like, subscribe, comment, share, the usual stuff. And thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.